Hey guys, it's me. Probably a lot of me a little close to the camera, but I'm gonna do 5 or 6 problems here and post that key, and then we'll move on from there. So, number one, wants the derivative of 2x squared plus 5 to the 7th. If you need help with this one, your problems are probably fairly substantial. As we say, handle the 7, got to go inside, handle the inside. 4x and 7 gives me 28x. So we get D as our answer. Number 2 wants the antiderivative. Just sec, JG. Normally I would think that the 3x squared plus 12 got to the bottom by natural log, but I look at the answers and I see that none of them have a 3x plus 12. They all have an x plus 4. So I'm just going to try to take the derivative of an x plus 4. So if I do that, I get 1 over x plus 4, which isn't the right answer, but it's not very far off. If we could distribute a 3 through the bottom here, we'd have 3x plus 12, so I just need to put a 1/3 here, making the answer B. Number 3 is f of x equals 5 minus x over x cubed plus 2. No way to split this up. We don't have a single thing on the bottom, so only way to take the derivative here is to do a quotient rule. So we'll take the derivative of the top, which is -1, times the bottom, x cubed plus 2, minus the top, times the derivative of the bottom, all over the bottom squared. If I distribute a -1, I get a negative x cubed minus 2. Distribute a negative 3x squared, I get negative 15x squared plus 3x cubed. Still over that same thing on the bottom. Negative x cubed and 3x cubed gives me 2x cubed. Got minus a 15x squared minus a 2 still over the thing squared on the bottom, which gives me an answer of C. We're good there. If I take a look at number 4. Number 4 gives me a table of velocities, and they want to, using 3 subintervals, they want a trapezoidal sum. So I'll go ahead and write up these here so you can see what I'm doing. 20, 60, 40, 30. 3 subintervals takes me from 0 to 0.5, 0.5 to 2, 2 to 3. So if I'm going to do a left hand, I'm going to do them separate since they're different size intervals. So I'll do a 0.5 times a 20 plus a 1.5 times a 40 plus a 1, or sorry, times a 60 here, plus a 1 times a 40. So half of 20 is 10, 1.5 of 60 is 90, and 1 of 40 is 40, so that gives me a total of 140. If I do a right hand, I get 0.5 times 60 plus 1.5 times 40 plus 1 times 30. Half of 60 is 30, 1.5 of 40 is 60, 130 is 30, so that gives me 120. If I take the average of 140 and 120 to get a trapezoidal sum, I get an average of 130, which is the answer B. Good there. Number 5 says f of x is sine of x squared plus pi. And they want me to find f prime of root 2 pi. So first I'm just going to find f prime of x. So I would handle the sine, which would give me a cosine of x squared plus pi. And handle the inside, which would give me a 2x. So if I do f prime of root 2 pi, I get 2 times root 2 pi times cosine of root 2 pi squared plus pi. Root 2 pi, square root of root 2 pi squared is 2 pi. 2 pi plus pi is 3 pi. Cosine of 3 pi, so 3 pi takes us 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, that's a -1, so I just take a negative in front of this, which gives me -2 root 2 pi, which is the answer A. Okay, I'm going to try to get number 6 in here. Number 6 says f of x equals 3x squared minus x cubed. Now, the average rate of change. That word average is a real buzzword on the AP exam. If you see the word average, you're either doing average slope, or algebra 1 slope, or average value, which is integral divided by interval. This says average rate of change, so it's average slope. So I need a point at the start, and I need a point at the end. If I plug a 1 into here, I just get 3 minus 1, which is 2. Grab your calculators. If I plug a 5 in, I get 5 squared, 25. 3 of those is 75. 5 cubed, 5 times 5 is 125. 75 minus 125 is negative 50. If I calculate the slope, here minus here, negative 50 minus 2 is negative 52. And 5 minus 1 is 4, which reduces down to negative 13, which is the answer B. Okay, I'll be back later with some more 7 through 12 or whatever.